Hello guys, so we are back again, and in this session we are going to continue with the higher order linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Its second type of problem, which is means here e power ax will come into picture, means here instead of qx e power ax will be replaced, and in the type 1 which we saw, there was q of x equals to 0. But before starting with the session, hope you have subscribed our channel so that we can bring more engineering mathematical content for you guys. Now let's begin with the session. So in this session we are going to see type. Okay, what is the type? The type is nothing but, just remember the standard format, f of d into y equals to e power ax, where a is a constant. A is a constant. Now what we are going to do, we are going to find, now here remember its solution, means when you will solve, its solution consists of general solution. It's which in higher order linear differential equation, if you solve a linear differential equation, it is a combination of complementary function plus particular integral, where this is represented by c dot f, this is represented by p dot I, this is represented by g dot s. Further on, in the first type which we saw, the standard format was f of d into y into 0, and here and the most general form was f of d into y equals to q of x, where in the type 1, this is type 2, in the type 1 we replace this by 0, in the type 2 we are replacing it by e power ax, where a is constant. Now what we are going to see, how we have to solve this. So what we are going to do, we know how to get the complementary function. It will be same, getting the auxiliary equation roots, then using whether the roots are equal or complex conjugate, and then applying the condition. Complementary function we know. Now here what is different, we need to find the particular integral pi, and it is found out by what, f of d into e of ax. Particular integral is given by 1 upon f of d into a of x, where f of d in f of d replace each d by a. What you will get 1 upon f of a into e power ax. Now there are some conditions on it. What is the cases, which we will discuss in cases. Now we know our particular integral is in the format of 1 upon f of d into e power ax, and now what we do, in f of d we replace d by a. Further on, what we do, we take cases. In case 1, what we do, when f of a is not equal to 0. If f of a is not equal to 0, then your particular integral will be directly 1 upon f of d into e power ax, and directly replace each d by a and substitute here f of a into a power ax. This will be your direct answer, no issue. Now in case 2, what will happen is that there will be a little bit problem, because here f of a will be equal to 0. When this condition appears, what you have to do, you have to do a simple thing. Particular integral will be what? Particular integral will be 1 upon f of d. You will write it as it is. Now you know, when you substitute here a, this f of a turns out to be 0. Now, right, that is the issue. So what you have to do, you have to differentiate this f of d, okay, and multiply in the top by x. So f dash d in above x into ax. This will be, now what you have to do, if, okay, what you are getting is x upon f dash d into ax, and this will be your particular integral solution. So we are getting our case 2 solution as x upon f dash d into ax. Now why we did it, again we will revise. Here when we substituted here, in this case f of a was not equal to 0, but when we substituted, replaced d by a, then what we got, f of a equal to 0. Now what we have to do, in this case we have to differentiate this once and multiply by top by x, and then you will get the particular integral. That's it. Now let's see the next case. Okay, and one more thing, this will be your answer only if f dash d is not equal to 0. Now what if, now let's see the second case, modified version. if f dash a which you just got or f dash d is what equal to 0. Now what you have to do, your particular integral pi was 1 upon f of d into e power ax, right? What you did, you differentiated it once, right, in the previous, like the previous, and multiplied in the top by x. That is your, now what you have to do, you know this is again coming out to be 0. So what you have to do, you have to do the second derivative of this and multiply on the top by x. So if you multiply once, you have to multiply on the top by x. If you multiply by twice, if you differentiate twice, then you have to multiply on the top twice. So if you are taking the second differentiative, then here it will be 1 more x, so it will become x square, and here f double dash d into e power ax. Now here the condition will be f double dash should not be equal to 0. Now more modified version, if f double dash d or f double dash a, because after substituting only if you get it 0, then your particular integral was what, 1 upon f of d. I am doing from the start only, e power ax. Then what you did, you differentiated it 1 and multiplied in the top by x, e power ax, you got this f dash. Now what you did, you saw that f dash d is coming out to be 0, you multiplied again by in the top by x and did the second derivative, e power x. Now what you see that it is again coming out to be 0, so what you have to do, multiply in the top by x again and take the third derivative. So x cube upon f triple dash x triple dash d into e power ax, provided f triple dash d is not equal to 0. So what you get as your moral of the story, you get the moral of the story, if f and d keeps on becoming equal to 0, you have to keep on taking the derivative until it comes out to be constant. Hope you have understand this thing. Now let's see, let's move on the problems which we are going to take. So this was the type 2 which we are going to see, and its standard format was f of d into y equal to e power ax, where a is a constant. We know any higher order differential equation with constant coefficient has its solution in the format of general solution equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Since here e power ax is present, so we know here particular integral will also play as a role, otherwise it will become homogeneous linear differential equation with constant coefficient and its particular integral will be 0, because if q of x is 0, then its particular integral is 0. We have seen this type of problem in type 1. Moving on further, what we are going to see after this is there can be two cases. Okay, the case 1, here what our job is, particular integral structure is what, 1 upon f of d into e power ax. In this type, in the right side e power ax is there, your particular integral will be in the format 1 upon f of d into e power ax. You have to substitute in d by a. If f of d or f of a comes out to be 0, you have to multiply on the top by x and take the derivative. And if the f dash d comes out to be 0, then you have to again multiply in the top by x and take the second derivative, and keep on doing it until you get a constant number which will be your particular integral, and you will write your final answer as a combination of complementary function and general function, particular integral. Now let's move on to the problems which we are going to take. Now there can be, I think there can be one more case which we need to discuss, because if it appears, then it will be, you should know. So the third case or second case, the case 2 which you have to be careful is there, if f of d, what you have taken is like this function. If f of d is what, instead of it is phi d into d minus a power m, where phi d is not equal to, or phi a, when you substitute a is not equal to 0 or phi d is not equal to 0, they mean the same only, not equal to 0. Now in this case, what you are going to do, your f of a will be nothing but this whole thing will be your f of a. So f of a into a minus a power m, if you substitute, it is for sure coming out to be 0, because here d minus a format will be given always. So this will come out to be 0. Now what to do in this case? What you have to do, you know your particular integral general format, it is 1 upon f of d into e power ax. Now what you have to do, you have to replace f of d by, here f of d role is playing phi a into phi d into d minus a power m. So you will replace here phi d into d minus a power m into e power ax. After this, what you are going to do, you are going to substitute here a, the moment you substitute here d, what you are going to get is, you know, here we will get 0. So what your job will be is, first substitute. You know that you are going to get 0, but still you have to substitute here f d minus a into m e power ax. Now you know this will come out to be 0. You have to substitute here a, because this cannot be 0 in the condition of case 2. You know this will be 0. So what you will do, you remember the theorem 1 which we discussed earlier. Theorem 1, what it was, that 1 upon d minus a in power m into e power ax is nothing but what was e power mx into x power, whatever x power m upon m factorial. Here x power ax, whatever here it is, e power ax into x power m into m factorial will come. This was the theorem 1 which we discussed in the starting session. First, basics of higher order linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Now this thing we will use here, because you can see d minus a power m into e power ax. So if we use that, I know this cannot be 0, so I will substitute and keep it differently. And what I know, that if I write it like this, 1 upon d minus a power m into e power ax, bracket close, then what I am going to get, phi a, and I know its answer. Its answer is x by m upon m factorial into e power ax. So you can directly make out that what you are getting as your answer. Hope you have understand this thing, right? Now what we are going to see, problems on this. So when this type comes, case 2, we will you will understand more properly, because theoretically almost means you don't understand all the concept, but when you solve the problems you completely understand what the theory was actually wanted to meant to us and what it wanted to say to us. Now let's take the questions. In the first session, the questions which we are going to take, we are going to write with complete statement, but after that we are going to write whatever the important things are to be written, right, as we have did in the previous lectures. Now let's see what are the things which we need to. So the first question which we are going to take is this question. This is the first question which we are going to take. The question says d square minus 2d plus 10 into y equal to e power 2x. Now what we are going to do in this type, first your job is to get the auxiliary equation. You know your auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is m square minus 2m plus 10 equal to 0. You will try to get the m value, which will be minus into minus 2 plus minus under root minus 2 by minus 4 into 1 into 10, the whole upon 2 into 1. So finally you will get your answer. This will become plus minus iota 3. So you know you have two values of m, 1 plus iota 3, m equals to 1 minus iota c. So now what you will write, roots of the auxiliary equation roots of the auxiliary equation are complex conjugate, are real and distinct, are repetitive. Okay, there can be a real and equal, are complex conjugate. For this case, are complex conjugate. After this we know how to write the complementary function CF. So complementary function used to be right here, the e power, the real one, e power ax. Here a is what? Real, which is x. 1 into x bracket c1 into cos this, which will act as our beta, 3 into x plus c2 sine 3 into x. So this is our complementary function, which was very easy. Now particular integral will also come in this. So 1 upon f of d, this is our f of d, whatever attached with y is our f of d. We will write here d square minus 2d plus 10 into e power 2x. Now what was our job? Replace all the d by a. What is our a? A is 2, e power ax was there, so a value we can make out from here. So if we substitute a here and check whether it is coming out to be 0 or not. Here if you put out, this will be 4, this will be 4 minus 4, 0, but 10 will be left. So it is not coming to be 0. So we are not going to differentiate and just directly substitute the value and try to get our answer. So 1 upon 2 square minus 2 into 2 plus 10 into e power 2x. Finally we are going to left with 1 upon 4 minus 4 plus 10 into e power 2x, which will give us our final answer 1 by 10 into e power 2x. So this is our required answer. Now what you have to write in the end, you have to write in complete statement. You cannot write GS. I am writing G dot S means general solution is nothing but complementary function CF plus particular integral PI. After this you have to write both of them, which will be EX C1 cos 3x plus C2 sin 3x, and here particular integral will be what? E power 2x by 10. So this is our answer with proper statement. Just you have to write here complementary function, particular integral, general solution, complementary function, particular integral with proper words. Let's move on to the next question which we are going to take. The next question which we are going to take is this. The next question is this, which says bracket d power 4 minus 1 into y equal to e power x. Okay, so this is also a type 2 type problem. Now what we are going to do in it, we are going to get its auxiliary roots. So auxiliary equation is what? Substituting, replacing d by a m. So here m power 4 minus 1 equals to 0 is this. Now if you solve, you can write it as m square minus 1 into m square plus 1. Very simple. After this you can write it as m minus 1 m plus 1, and this you can write it m minus iota m plus iota. This whole should be equal to 0. So you will get answers 1 m minus 1 m iota m minus iota. So what you can say, roots are roots of the auxiliary equation are real and distinct. All are distinct. After saying this, after real and distinct and complex conjugate, after writing this, you can write the complementary function CF, which will be, first here real and distinct have came, so we are going to write it first, which will be C1 e to the power m1x, which is x, C2 e to the power m2x, which is minus x, plus e to the power is 0x bracket C3 cos beta will be 1x, C4 sin x. So hope you have understand that beta will be same in both of them, sine and cos. So we got the complementary function. Now our task is to get the particular integral, which is 1 upon f of d into e power x. You know a is 1. So what we are going to substitute here d square minus 4 into e power x. So the moment you substitute here it is 1. The moment you substitute here, what will happen? They will get cancelled out, and here here you can see that when you substitute, when d equals to 1, this f of d, I am writing it here, f of d is coming out to be 0. Now what you have to do, you have to differentiate it. The moment you differentiate it, you will multiply in the top by x, and here differentiate. Here it was 4. The moment you multiply here, it will be 4d3, and this is constant, so it will become 0 into e power x as it is. Now try substituting here. If you substitute here 1, you will get 4. So this is not coming out to be 0. So you got your particular integral as x by 4 into e power x. So this is your required particular integral. Now general solution is a combination of complementary function plus particular integral, which will be your complementary function is nothing but c1 e power x plus c2 e power minus x plus e power 0x into c3 cos x plus c4 sin x, right? And here you have your particular integral as x by 4 e power x. So this is your required answer. Now let's meet on the next session, in which we are going to take more problems on it and make it a more clearer, and discuss a lot of variety on it. See you in the next session.